Good evening, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Here we go. Hope you all can hear me. Oh, okay. I tend to always be a little bit uncertain if I'm coming through all right. So please feel free to let me know if you hear me all right. Just getting some stuff adjusted and we'll get started. Oh. A little confused here. Bear with me. Something seems a little off. Try that and see how that works. But again, I hope I'm coming through okay. All right. Guess I'll do that without. No problem. Well, anyway, welcome to my stream. Sorry for all the noise and the hassle. My name is Dreaming Tabitha, and yeah, I'm starting off tonight's painting stream a little differently, where I'm right here instead of immediately going to my camera. And I just thought I would show my face in case you're new here and don't know what this is all about. Maybe you just pop by and like, this is me. This is who I am. But we're going to continue tonight's painting stream project, our character crossover, and I'm sure you saw the description. We are continuing with our Winnie the Pooh and Batman crossover, one of my favorite kind of projects to work on, where we merge characters from different franchises and see what happens. And so when we last left our superhero, he was at the mercy of, well, blandness, really. Didn't get a lot of shadowing and highlighting and things done. We just kind of blocked him out. We just kind of put the first layer on there and, just kind of went with it. I will go ahead and say that I did progress with the painting without all of you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself, but I didn't do much. I just did his utility belt and did a couple of lines here and there, but nothing extreme. So we can still carry on with this painting project tonight. I'm not really sure where this direction is going to go with how it's going to turn out. As you guys know, if you've been around for a little while, a lot of time I'm a self-taught artist. And so I don't know the ins and out, and I don't necessarily know how things are going to go. What's the best procedure? I just kind of go with my experience and what I have learned from other people. And we just try to create something together. And I oftentimes will ask the crowd, hey, what do you guys think? And I just wanted to recognize really quickly, Anonymous, hello there. Keep eyes open, but tired. Aren't we all? And I did start a little earlier than I normally do, right? Sometimes I'm starting at like 11 or at 10 o'clock. But anyway, I brought along something just to show you guys. If you remember, I tell you that Winnie the Pooh is one of my all-time favorite. It is actually, in fact, my favorite children's piece of literature, or children's literature. And I have the complete collection. I got this for Christmas a couple of years ago. Yes, I am a full-grown adult. And yes, I did ask for a hardback copy of the complete collection of A.A. Milne's Winnie the Pooh. I've been listening to these stories ever since I was little. I did kind of get some snippets of one of my favorite stories from the series, in which Eeyore has a birthday. And if I'm feeling bold enough, I will try to read some of it for you and just read you my favorite parts as to why I think Winnie the Pooh is underrated, at least the original story, and just show you what some of the funny scenes in these stories that most people are just not, just not even aware of. So let me scroll here. And again, I hope you're having a great day. Please feel free to hit that like button. And let me get this camera readjusted and focused on our dark knight, our chubby, cuddly dark knight with very little brain. And then we'll get started, okay? Oh, here we go. Put this down here. Good. Let's see. Good evening. Good evening. Celebrity Jeremy, good to see you. I'm just getting my stuff settled here. I've got some technical issues that I'm trying to figure out, but we'll just go from there. Like with my music and stuff like that, I wanted to try to listen to it while I talked and stuff, but I hear my voice over top of it and I'm not sure how to fix that. So I'll try to just change the music periodically, but it's not working the way I wanted to. I'm pretty sure that I one time did in fact listen to the music and not hear my voice come back to me through the headphones. And if there's somebody knows how to fix that, just let me know, because that would be spectacular. It's kind of hard to talk when you hear yourself echoing. Kind of messes with your brain a little bit, but you know what? It's all good. All right, here we go. We can see that I told you I started with the belt. I couldn't help myself. And I didn't do much. So I hope you don't feel like I carried on without you, but let me grab a paintbrush here. Brand new, first time using this paintbrush. Here we go. Take off that cap. It's always a good feeling. Rolling Chair says, I'm 20, but I'm like my grandpa when it comes to understanding all that technology. Hey, it's, yeah. I mean, I'm not old. Some things I just don't understand. Okay, where do I start? You know, a lot of this has dried since our last stream. Some areas are still damp, but and I think he looks pretty cool the way that he is. It's still kind of cute and cuddly. Um, and I think I am going to leave a lot of the heavier blue aspect to this. But I don't know. I'm not sure yet. You know, like I said, this is our first go around. So I think what I am going to start with, though, is my feelings are telling me start with the eyes. They're just blank canvas. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some white. And I'm going to get some fresh white. Untainted. Here we go. Be surprised how much white you go through. It's crazy. Okay. So how was everybody's day? How you doing? My day was excellent. I visited family. Damajani, thank you for coming and hanging out. You can see we're carrying on with, what did we say? We called him Pooh Bat. Is that what his superhero name was? Winnie the Bat? Pooh Bat? Something like that. So I'm going to put a first layer of white down, and then we're going to add some dimension to it with some shadowing. Yeah, I went to go visit some family. I got to see my niece. She's almost 3 and she's wide open, as they say. Adorable but ornery. It's amazing how you can feel 2 emotions at one time, because as I was leaving the house, I saw her little face in the window. And her face was so sad. It was just like a little tomato. It was pink, and she was crying, and she just stood there looking at me, looking at the car, and it broke my heart, but at the same time made me feel good, because it's like, oh, I mean this much to a 2-year-old. That's so sweet, but I hate the fact that she's so sad now that I'm leaving. Weird, man, weird. Because I'm Pooh Bat, exactly. Just chilled all day, got up late-ish. Yeah, you know, some days it'd be like that. Alright. Gonna get just a little bit of this lamp black because it's powerful stuff. I've already gotten too much. Just a whisper of it. Now look at that. It's already so strong. Let's see what we can do. Yeah. So a little bit of my day was spent in the car because, you know, it takes a while to get there. Hey, Backyard TARDIS. Wow, it's really coming along. Thank you. Gotten the eyes to go a little darker than I intended, but you know, we're going to fix that. Ooh. And so he is the proud owner At least I hope the proud owner of my last character franchise crossover where we did Indiana Jones and Stargate. And so, like I tell people, if you like my paintings, they are for sale on these live streams. And when they're done, feel free to email me if you're interested. I do enjoy hanging out with you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally read your comment just now. Well, I mean, your fandom, your fan base and everything like that is different from mine, maybe. So, if that was supposed to be a surprise, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Is it just me, or are there two pianos going at the same time? This is weird. I'm so confused. Guys, let me know if the music sounds weird. I don't understand. If you hear two sets of music, let me know, and I will pause it and figure something out. If it sounds normal to you, then let me know that too, and I will stop worrying. I want these streams to be enjoyable, not a chaotic mess. Okay, good. He said he's excited. Guys, yeah, check out his channel. I heard some interesting things about it. I haven't checked out your channel in a while, I will be honest with you. It's so hard to keep up with everybody, man. But I heard something about locksmithing, some really interesting stories about that. JT, Late Night with Cap, was talking about that. And I'm like, ooh, I might have to check that out. Celebrity Jeremy says it's normal. The two pianos might be happening for the same reason you're hearing yourself twice. Might have your output routed to your headphones twice. All right, thank you. So I'm not crazy. Like it's okay. I'll just pretend it's like the voices in my head that are talking to me. Okay, I'm gonna leave the eyes alone. So a lot of times when I'm painting, I kind of bounce around from different areas. You kind of just go with the wind. But I was afraid of doing that because I didn't want to start in different areas and get the crowd confused. But I'm gonna just kind of quit the eyes, leave them as they are. They're kind of cool, a little bit more depth going on here now that they're rounded like so. And go back to the belt. I still don't know all what I'm gonna do down here, but we gonna figure it out. Let's get some yellow on here. The hard part for me is that the main light source is coming from behind her, and I typically, when I'm drawing or painting and freehanding everything, I do typically make one side, like this side, darker, but I'm getting myself a little bit confused. You can see in the ears it's darker, but he does have a shine on top of his nose. He's got the shine here in his eyes. Whoops, I totally just... It's messing with my brain. Yes, adventures in locksmithing, any job where you go into people's houses, you will get good stories. For sure, for sure. I'm just gonna go with it. If my brain tells me this is wrong, then I'll fix it. Please be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. I appreciate that. Subscribe if you're new here, if you like what's going on. Different ways to support the channel in the box down below. Or you just want to hang out and see what happens. Something fun. Holidays are coming up. I'm just saying. Just saying. I gotta say it, I'm an artist. I'm self-employed in many things, in many ways. And so I gotta be my own hype man, my own advertiser. It's not an easy life, let me tell you. Enough about that. Today just doesn't really feel like Thursday. I'm feeling a little bit lost. That's okay. Okay, this is wrong, but bear with me. I know it's not right. Kind of just thinking it through as I go. Lighting is a hard technique to master, but it takes a decent drawing. But it takes a decent drawing into an amazing way. Yeah, it's something I'd ever been good at. But yeah, it does practice. Because I am doing this out of my own head. That is the part that makes it the hardest. So I realize now that I do like the shine that the belt has here, but it doesn't match with the shadowing, and so I basically need to kind of like erase that. It's okay. That's what we do here. He's not perfect around here. There, that looks a little bit better. Magic eraser again. Where is that? My quote unquote magic eraser. Here it is. There it is. This brush head is very short. It's very cropped. It's very full and very cropped. And I never actually, I say I never, it is kind of stained, but honestly, after like one use, I've never actually used this to paint. And I do use it to erase, if you will. So I guess you could say this is my eraser paintbrush. I need to keep that handy. So it's fall season. Does anybody have any plans this weekend? Pumpkin carving, navigating. Does anybody have any like fall traditions? I know Halloween is upon us. November is creeping and inching its way towards us, guys. You guys ready for Thanksgiving? What do you think? How do you guys navigate this time of year? Because honestly, I knew next month was November, but at the same time, it seems like it's so far away. And then I realized, oh crap, it's not. It's not. Hi, Stan. Wow, looks awesome. Thank you so much. That means so much. Thank you. You don't even You don't need that. Yeah, that's why you guys are awesome. I struggle so much with what I'm doing. You guys are here, and I don't like to really paint in front of people because I like to bring perfection, if you will, for something that I'm truly satisfied with already. I don't like stumbling through stuff, but it's part of my personal growth. Like, okay, you gotta try it. You never know who's watching, and you might be an inspiration to somebody. Not that I'm saying I'm the best at anything, but I do like to try to encourage people. I'm definitely a story of how I didn't know what I was doing, but I wanted to try it. Here I am, and I get a lot of compliments, and I try to encourage people to teach anybody how to paint. That's why I love my series that I do on my channel, teaching YouTubers how to paint, because most of them just don't have a background at all. They're always, a lot of them say, I did a little bit of high school, or I'm no artist. Well, it's true. Not everybody's an artist. Just because you can make art doesn't make you an artist. Being an artist is part of your soul. It's part of your passion. But you can always give it a try. Try something new. I might try in the future if anybody's interested in it. If there's something you would like to learn how to paint, I might do a live stream where I let the community tab know what art supplies they'll need. Like, do this way in advance. And if you guys want to join along, we could paint together. Like maybe a dragon or something like that. That'd be super cool. Of course, you have to be part of the community. You got to be subscribed to the channel so that you would get that notification. You could be a part of the community. But I would love to teach you guys how to paint. That's my job. I teach people how to paint. I've done it for years and years. Maybe we just want to do a simple sunset. Hey, maybe we want to do some pumpkins for fall. And you can give it as a present, or maybe we do something Christmassy and you could. Something. I'd love that. Just to help people explore. Give something a try. Celebrity Jeremy says October is when I start working on our church Christmas music stuff. That's my fall tradition. Awesome. Yes. At my church, I am the director for our Christmas play. And we are doing a Charlie Brown Christmas. So, yeah. Busy. I tell people, they're like, what do you need? What do you want? And I'm like, look, this is how it is. I'm an artist. I'm not an engineer. I will tell you what I want, and then it's your responsibility to figure out how to get it done, because I don't know. So, like, I'll make a sketch of what I would like the platform to look like. Because I want to try to make sure I don't put perfect, like heavy burden on the people that are trying to create and help out. I want to have fun. So I tell them and I show them my vision, and I'm like, let's see what we're able to do. What do you think of this belt? Looks pretty cool, but I think it's still a little too bright. What do you guys think? Some dark brown. Right now in my line of work, says Backyard TARDIS, it's the calm before the storm, as October is a slow month between the incredibly busy summer and the holiday rush. I believe it. Yeah. I was going to say, I forgot to do that in my introduction, but I see the Rogue Attraction is here in the chat. And I just want to give special attention to him. I was just recently on his channel, this evening, in fact, and we did a discussion on the second Hocus Pocus movie. And so if you guys are curious to know what my thoughts were on that, I do have his link to that video in the description box. And we had a fun time. I did anyway. I mean, that was good. But yeah, and you should check out his channel if you're, into theme parks and you want to know how to make the most of your visit to Disneyland, Universal, and stuff like that. Rogue's the guy to talk to. He'll help you out. And maybe you just like walking around the theme parks, if you will, vicariously. Then Rogue's the dude to do it, to help you out. So check out his channel. Stan says, I'll definitely have to check it out. Sure. Yeah. I recently had him on my channel. He's one of the YouTubers that I taught to paint. We painted a dolphin. There's a funny story behind it. It's an incredible story, you guys. Just for that story alone, you guys should go. You should watch that video at some point. Now, I this time of year, actually a little bit earlier than this time of year, maybe a couple weeks ago, like near the end of September, I like to ask people, so, you ready for Christmas? And just to see their reaction, it's great. I'm usually mostly ready by this time for Christmas with presents and stuff. Like mostly prepared. But this year has kind of caught me off guard a little bit. I have a couple of presents, but I hate waiting the last minute. I don't like that. I like Christmas shopping all year long. A little bit of panic never hurt anybody. Yeah, some people thrive a little bit under that procrastination pressure. Backyard Tardis says, yes, sounds fun. I've been itching to go to a theme park. Yeah, I haven't been to all of the Disney parks, but I did go to Universal this year, and I will say that I really enjoyed Universal Studios. And more than I thought I would, because I wouldn't necessarily classify myself as theme park people, as introverted as I am, but I'd like to go back. I'd like to go back one day, because I don't think I got to really fully experience everything, because it was a little overwhelming. My neighbor started putting up his Christmas lights last week, says Backyard Tardis. Yeah, you know what? Depending on where you live, it's a good idea to actually do it before Christmas, so that way when it's warmer. Okay. I bought my nephew, says Rogue Attraction, tickets to Disney for Christmas. Oh, what a wonderful gift. It's a wonderful gift. That's wonderful. You know, I've heard that Disney and Universal at Christmas time is just beautiful. You know, another place that I would like to go to. I didn't say that. I wouldn't mind seeing that at Christmas time, but another place that I wouldn't mind seeing around Christmas time is Dollywood. I hear it's really beautiful up in Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. I've been up there before in the summertime, but I wouldn't mind seeing it at Christmas. And maybe go skiing. I like to go skiing. I almost broke my thumb skiing one time, and I sat on the ground and just thank God. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do not want to go to the doctor's office. Have I been to the Biltmore during Christmas? I have not. I've been to the Biltmore in the summertime. I do live in North Carolina, so that's where the Biltmore is. The Biltmore State. Gorgeous, fascinating place, just out in the middle of nowhere, really. And beautiful. Oh, so when I went, okay, it was beautiful, and then the rain came, and we were touring the house. I went with some friends, and oh my goodness, I'm talking a torrent of rain. And we were upstairs near the attic area, and you're walking through this hallway, and one of the members of the staff was like basically ushering us through, and like you could see they were trying to block us off from this wall because the wall, it was kind of at a slant, and then where the ceiling was a slant, and where the wall came down, the short wall was, I'm not joking when I say, was gushing water. And that's rough. And I was just like, in my heart, because I love history, I love ancient landmarks and just different things like that. I thought, oh my gosh, how are they going to recover from this? I mean, they've got to get a handle on this immediately because they don't know when the rain's going to stop, and all the damage that would happen to the floors down beneath and the books. Like, I just. They do it early. Oh, the lights, I believe, Backyard TARDIS is talking about. They do it early because it takes 2 months to put up 5 acres of lights, train sets, fair wheels, and flying saucers. They go a bit crazy. Sounds amazing. And then Celebrity Jeremy says, I did Disneyland with my nieces and nephews once. It was amazing, but once. Yeah. Can be pretty chaotic, I'm sure, with kids. It's kind of rough, It's a lot of walking, depending on where you're at. It's a lot of heat, a lot of rude people, no doubt. Okay, let's see. Let's focus, Leonard. What are we doing here? Because this is really bright. I need to. Where do we go from here? When I am back in the North Carolina area, gonna have to go to the hall again. Kayaking ocean. Kayaking is so tame. The hall. You mean the Hall River? Is this what we're talking about? I don't know that I've been. I went down when I first moved to North Carolina. Friends that I had here, we went on the 4th of July. We went tubing down a river. I was unfamiliar with the land at the time, so I have no idea what river. Don't ask me. But it was fun. Haw River, he says, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of happy over here. I'm not thrilled with what I've done over here. I done messed up. Ron. I done messed up. Let's see what I can do. A little bit better. Maybe if I muddy this up a little bit. Something. If I take you down, they all go down. Okay, I'm gonna bounce around again. Kind of give my brain a pause from the belt. Go do our bat symbol. Alright, how are we doing that? I think I'm going to, I need a finer brush. I think I'm going to do the bat symbol itself in a much brighter yellow, and then the background in the yellow ochre. A Nutty Moose says, I really like the look. Suits Winnie. Okay. I think. Gonna need a helping hand here. Is that how the symbol looks? Like, is it's yellow with a black background, or is it black with a yellow background? Does it matter? You know what? We're gonna go our own. In the words of Fleetwood Mac, you gotta go your own way. Here we go. My dudes, I am hungry. What in the world? I had chicken pot pie for dinner. You'd think I'd be alright, but I feel a rumbly in my tumbly. Well, Elsid Barrett says that looks so cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. It really does. I don't know how many jobs are like this, but I know that being an artist, it's one of the few jobs, let me put it this way, where you need to be open to criticism, but reject direction. You need to care what people think, but not at all, so that you do your own thing. Being an artist is a very contradictory life. Just complicated life, but Jesus picked a complicated woman to do this, so just seemed to fit. It's kind of crazy up in here. I've had people say, what it must be like to be you. Like, they'll look at me in fascination as if I'm some kind of like science experiment. And they look at me and they'll just kind of stare and just shake their head. And what it must be like to be inside your mind. I would just love to see what's inside your mind for just an hour. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You know, it's crazy up in here. Like, you don't know what you're asking for. It's a lot of chaos up in here. The brain just never stops. Never stops. That's honestly, I do believe like one reason why I do I tell people like I do watch a lot of TV, but I don't. But it's kind of actually watching TV is kind of therapeutic for me because my brain never shuts off. And even when I'm watching TV, I want to be thinking about stuff. So a lot of times I'll have my iPad and I'll be watching like watch having the TV on in the background, and then I will be scrolling through Pinterest to get ideas for gifts and art projects and just different things that Pinterest offers. So it's like I'm working while I'm letting my mind rest at the same time, and it actually takes a discipline for me to watch TV anymore. As it is to just give myself a break from the thinking because the brain just never stops. Never stops. Always thinking, what could I do? How would I do that? How could I make that? And art's supposed to be therapeutic, but I was telling somebody today, I said it's kind of funny how art is a curse and therapy all at the same time. Because like art is my job, but it's also my hobby. And I was recently told by a professional artist here on YouTube recently, and they were saying that you should not make art your hobby. If that's what you're doing full time, never do it as a hobby. And it's like, but I just can't help it. It's my passion. I have to be making stuff. I love it. I can't, but it's something I'll have to think about. I do love to read too. I need to read more. It's like when I'm in church, I actually pay attention better to the sermon when I draw or when I doodle rather than when I actually watch the pastor preach. But I feel bad because I don't want him to think that I think his sermon is boring, and that's why I'm not. Because it's almost like I need to be doing something with my hands so that my brain can concentrate. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's just. Have you ever considered motorcycles? It forces you to focus on other things. Motorcycles. You mean like being on a motorcycle? I've only ever been on the back of a motorcycle once. Um, but you say that I actually like taking long car drives. I do some of my best thinking when I'm driving in the car. Um, I'm that way when it's TV that I've already seen before. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I will. I'll just turn it on and it just calms my brain down. Um, and sometimes I get so overwhelmed with stuff, like and it's not healthy, and I'm learning to rediscipline myself. Um, but a lot of times I would watch videos before bed, like on my iPad, because my brain just wants to keep thinking. And so if I watch TV, if I force myself to watch TV, it makes me sleepy, which is not good for my eyes. I don't like reading in bed, but I'm starting to rediscipline myself, and I'm like, this is not good. You need to, so, we're all trying different things, just trying to exist in this life, and, you know, just definitely, I do need to read more. But hey, speaking of reading, I think I have enough gumption to give this a try. I think it's okay to read classics on the internet without a license. I miss reading. But I'm going to read you a passage. I'm going to read you a passage, one of my favorite stories in the collection of Winnie the Pooh from A.A. Milne. If that's all right? I haven't fallen asleep rolling chairs with a good book in a long time. I'm currently reading The Crystal Star. It's a Star Wars novel, one of the part of the original, part of the EU. It's not the best one. There's some moments where I enjoy it, but I'm making myself finish it. And also sometimes a good book that I could It's another reason also why I listen to audiobooks when I fall asleep. It helps me concentrate. Uh-oh, is my microphone breaking up? Oh, it's getting a bit garbled. That's what I thought. Hmm. I haven't done anything differently. Let's see. I'm afraid to unplug and plug it back in. Because, like, what happens if it just falls apart? Mm, give it a try. Okay. Let's see. Does that make it any better? It sounds like it sounds like your internet bandwidth suddenly got reduced. It's not you. Well, that sucks. Oh, now it sounds like it's okay again, right? Okay, all right. What technology? I always say it's only great when it works. I say that all the time. Maybe it was the internet gods, and they didn't want me to read Winnie the Pooh. Maybe they're saving me for something. But I'm gonna do it anyway. You know what? Times of the essence. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me get my best reading voice on, which I don't have. We'll go ahead. I'm not gonna try to do like a bunch of different voices and stuff. I might change the inflections in here and stuff. But anyway, let me see. All right. All right. In which Eeyore has a birthday and gets two presents. Eeyore, the old gray donkey, stood by the side of the stream and looked at himself in the water. Pathetic, he said. That's what it is. Pathetic. He turned and walked slowly down the stream for 20 yards, splashed across it, and walked slowly back on the other side. Then he looked at himself in the water again. As I thought, he said. No better from this side. But nobody minds. Nobody cares. Pathetic. That's what it is. There was a crackling noise in the bracken behind him, and out came Pooh. Good morning, Eeyore, said Pooh. Good morning, Pooh Bear, said Eeyore. If it is a good morning. Why? What's the matter? Nothing, Pooh Bear. We can't all, and some of us don't. That's all there is to it. Can't all what? Said Pooh, rubbing his nose. Gaiety, song and dance. Here we go round the mulberry bush. Oh, said Pooh. He thought for a long time and then asked, What mulberry bush is that? Bon hummy, went on Eeyore gloomily. French word meaning bon homie, he explained. I'm not complaining, but there it is. Pooh sat down on a large stone and tried to think this out. It sounded to him like a riddle, and he was never much good at riddles, being a bear of very little brain. So he sang Cottleston Pie instead. Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie, a fly can't bird, but a bird can fly. Ask me a riddle and I reply, Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie. That was the first verse. When he had finished it, Eeyore didn't actually say that he didn't like it, so Pooh very kindly sang the second verse to him. Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie, a fish can't whistle and neither can I. Ask me a riddle and I reply, Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie. Eeyore still said nothing at all, so Pooh hummed the third verse very quietly to himself. Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie. White as a chicken? I don't know why. Ask me a riddle and I reply, Cottleston, Cottleston, Cottleston Pie. That's right, said Eeyore. Sing, umpty-tiddly, umpty-too. Here we go, gathering nuts in May. Enjoy yourself. I am, said Pooh. Some can, said Eeyore. Why, what's the matter? Is anything the matter? You seem so sad, Eeyore. Sad? Why should I be sad? It's my birthday, the happiest day of the year. Your birthday? Said Pooh in great surprise. Of course it is. Can't you see? Look at all the presents I have. He waved a foot from side to side. Look at the birthday cake, candles, and pink sugar. Pooh looked, first to the right and then to the left. Presents? Said Pooh. Birthday cake? Said Pooh. Where? Can't you see them? No, said Pooh. Neither can I, said Eeyore. Joke, he explained. Ha, ha. Pooh scratched his head, being a little puzzled by all of this. But is it really your birthday? He said. It is. Oh. Well, many happy returns of the day, Eeyore. And many happy returns to you, Pooh Bear. But it isn't my birthday. No, it's mine. But you said many happy returns. Well, why not? You don't always want to be miserable on my birthday, do you? Oh, I see, said Pooh. It's bad enough, said Eeyore, almost breaking down, being miserable myself. What with no presents, and no candle, and no proper notice taken of me at all. But if everybody else is going to be miserable too. This was too much for Pooh. Stay there, he called to Eeyore, and turned and hurried back home as quick as he could. For he felt that he must get poor Eeyore a present of some sort at once, and he could always think of a proper one afterwards. That's not the end of the story, but that's probably one of my favorite passages from that story because of the sass and the humor that Eeyore gives when he's like, look at all the presents. Look at the candles. Look at the cake. Pink sugar. And Pooh's like, I don't see it. And he's like, neither do I. Ha. Mm. I just think that's such a funny take for Eeyore because he's always so gloomy, and then here was his attempt at a joke, and it's so sad. But thank you. You could do an audiobook recording, says Rolling Chair. I don't know about that, but I've been listening to this story since I was 6 years old by the same guy, so I kind of have the way that he does it memorized. It wasn't an original take, let me put it that way. And it's such a beautiful story at the end of it. Spoiler, this book's been around for like 60 or whatever years, but at the end of it, he gets a present from Pooh and from Piglet. Pooh decides to give him a honey pot, which he accidentally ate all the honey out of. And Piglet decided to give him a balloon left over from a party that he had, or that Christopher Robin had. And as he was running through the forest, poor Piglet fell on top of this balloon that was just about the same size that he was. And he felt so horrible and so ashamed. And so he carried it to Eeyore, and Eeyore's like, why are you so sad? And poor Piglet starts sniffing, and he's like, I heard it was your birthday, and I brought you a present. And he said, me? A present? And he said, yes, Eeyore. And he said, what did you get me? And he's like, I brought you a balloon. And Eeyore sighs and says, a balloon? You brought me a balloon? And Piglet sniffs and says, yes, Eeyore, but as I was traveling through the forest to come give it to you, I fell down and I popped the balloon. And Eeyore says, there, Eeyore, or Piglet. He's like, you didn't hurt yourself, did you? And he said, no, but I popped the balloon. He's like, can I see it? And so poor little Piglet pulls the tattered balloon from behind his back, and he hands it to Eeyore. And Eeyore took it, and he looked at it, and he said, what color was it when it was a balloon? And Piglet sniffed and said, it was red. And Eeyore said, red. My favorite color. He said, how big was the balloon when it was a balloon? And Piglet sniffed and said, about as big as me. And Eeyore sighed and said, about as big as Piglet. My favorite size. And while they were having this discussion, out came splashing from the river was Winnie the Pooh. And he called out, he's like, many happy returns of the day, Eeyore. And he's all happy. He's got his pot. And he's like, what's going on? And Eeyore pulls up his balloon and he's like, look what Piglet got me. And he said, got me a balloon. He's like, a red balloon, my favorite color, which was about the size of Piglet, which is my favorite size. And Pooh is a little bit, and this is just a side note, Pooh's a little self-righteous there. He always thinks he's the favorite. Always does. But he was like, oh, well, I got you a pot to keep useful things inside of it. Because he felt bad for eating all the honey. And he gave it to Eeyore, and he kind of felt bad about the balloon and about the pot for eating honey. And he kind of talked to Piglet after he gave Eeyore the stuff. And Eeyore gasped and he said, look, Piglet. And Eeyore took the balloon in his mouth and he put it inside of the honey pot. He left it there and looked at it for a little bit. And then he reached in with his teeth and pulled the balloon out and put it on the ground. And then he picked it back up and he put it back in the pot. And he picked it back up again and brought it back out, happy as could be, and had the best birthday he ever had. Isn't that a wonderful story? Hail, Joker's voice. Eeyore is one of the voices that I do very well. I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it at all. Very talented individual over there. Man, we have been streaming for an hour, guys, and I thank you for hanging out with me through all these meticulous details. You can see how long it takes just to do little things here and there, and I appreciate that you hang out. I like how the symbol turned out. It's not a perfect medallion, but I like it. I like this. It turned out really well. He said, "Glad you're showing Betsy in his true form." Bat poop. You would say that. Okay. Rolling chairs, thank you so much. These are awesome streams, he says. I appreciate them. Thank you for the hand claps in there. I'm no storyteller, but I think it's just because I love the stories so much. I just. If I tried that symbol, it would look more like a TIE fighter, says Slippery Jeremy. Well, that would be kind of cool, actually. Like, why not? A little Easter egg in there. I mean, there's a lot of texture going on in Pooh's face here. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. You can see the lines. There we go. And this guy says, "Is Poohbat's nemesis a honeybee?" And I don't know that I like those lines, but they're kind of part of it, right? It kind of makes him look a little gruffer. Let's see. Next. I wish. I mean, I might come back. I do kind of like the way it is. I can't believe it's been an hour. Seems like 10 minutes. Thank you. I hope that's good. Oh, sorry. That was my knuckles. I'm excited to get the background because I think what I'm going to do is kind of contrast this a little bit here and have like purples and reds with the darkness because the thing is, it's like it needs to be a dark background because I don't know that you can see that. I do have sketched out over here very lightly the bat symbol. And I wanted to have that kind of like cloudy. And I apologize if the stream kind of breaks up and stuff like that. Something weird going on with everybody's internet today, it seems like. But part of me just wants to go for it. Let me think about this. Give me a second. I was wondering if you're going to make 100 Acre Wood look like Gotham. That would have been cool. Celebrity Jeremy, where were you when I was sketching this? Memes, destruction, form. I might not talk as much, guys. I might have to quit. I hate when the internet's doing stuff like that. We'll just see. Let's just see. Let me just mute things. Kind of collect myself, collect my thoughts. So I've decided I'm just going to go ahead and start blocking out my sky. And then we'll see where it goes from there. We have gone a little past an hour. Not that I couldn't paint longer. I might one day do a challenge and just see like how long can I go. Let's do it. Grab our popcorn. Thank you all again for being with me on this journey, supporting me. I greatly appreciate it. You just don't know what it means to me. 24-hour painting stream, dude. Maybe if I was gonna do it for charity or something like that, I would totally do that. Totally would. For the children, as Whitey's Wicked Workshop would say. Now, if I had a charity of choice, it would be Burning Nights. For those that are familiar with my channel, you'll know that I have a friend, Brooke, who she suffers from RSD, CRPS. It's a disease of the nervous system. It doesn't get enough recognition. It's considered the suicide disease, and it doesn't. You're right, and my hand would be in so much pain after that. In fact, that's one reason why it's been a while since I've gotten back to the live stream. I actually had developed a cramp for about a day and a half, right in here. And I couldn't draw, or I chose rather not to draw or paint or do anything because I needed to rest. I mean, this is the hand that I make my money with. I was like, all right. Let's make this darker now. I'm gonna probably change the direction of a lot of this paint, but I'm just gonna see what happens, man. I'm just gonna play around. Maybe I'll make the background chaotic. I don't know. We'll see. I am a big fan of blending. I don't like chunky paintings, but I don't know. Let me see. Good night. Better than Bob Ross? No, surely not. That's high. That's high praise. But yeah, thanks again for being here. If you've been here for a while, please be sure to like before you leave. Like before you leave. This color now. Let's see what. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see what happens. There's the magic. I really think I probably should just go ahead and paint this whole sky and do the bat symbol later on. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. My brush is starting to warp because I hold it apparently the same way all the time, and so they're starting to bend upward. Those are some pretty colors. What do we think? What do we think, guys? Getting a little bit darker, you know. No, I do like that it's getting darker on this side. Let's grab a whole bunch of this. Let me push it down a little further here so you can see this guy. I can always clean up the buildings a little later. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Put the sun over here. Oh, guys, it totally makes sense if I have the sun over here and the light. Oh, it's all coming together now. Although I kind of did the reverse with his ears. You know, we'll make it work. Because the light's shining down from over here. Ah, we got it. We did it. Like, high five, everybody. Figured it out. I'm sorry. That was a lot of, like, quick gibberish. Again, you just don't want to know what's going on up here. It's a lot. Okay. I kind of like a little bit of the chaos in the sky. I just got slapped. Yeah. Let's see. Play this last song. I kind of wanted to have some haziness to this, and I wonder if I should let the sky dry, and then I would stipple and dab. And then dabble it with some acrylic paint over top or something. Sorry, you're coming along for the whispering hour where Tabitha's is thinking her thoughts aloud. Sometimes you gotta talk yourself through these things. Oh, this music is setting the scene. It's telling the story. I like it. Tabitha is the paint whisperer. Might have to redo Poohbat's ears. You know, the more we say that, Poohbat, the less ridiculous and absurd it sounds. Or is that just me? I don't know. I'm getting used to it. Getting used to it. Dude, I like this. I don't like these patterns here, though. Now I'm just like, should I do the white paint for clouds? Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I will get the coloring and the pattern that I want in the sky. You can see the pattern, but I think I'm gonna figure that out, and then I will let it dry, and then what I'll do is I will, with acrylic paint, I'm going to dab on the bat symbol so it looks like the fogginess of clouds and stuff. I kind of like this very gloomy but dark with a touch of vibrancy background here. This is cool. Let's see if I can clean them. I want this to be somewhat consistent. There we go. Clean up these buildings later. Does anybody have any suspicions of which character I'm going to make Tigger yet? I've left that a mystery. Okay. And I do hope that everybody has a fantastic weekend. I know people still have to go to work tomorrow. But, you know, it's coming. It's here. Your hard work has paid off. Maybe some people are working on Saturdays. Take time to find some little pleasures. But holidays are coming. Christmas is coming. Thanksgiving. I'm so excited about the holidays this year. Guys, I'm going to be filming and making my gingerbread house. If you didn't see what I made last year, I've pinned it to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen my gingerbread Stargate, my 100% edible Stargate video, you should totally check it out. And I plan to maybe go a little bit more this year with my gingerbread creation. I already know what I'm going to make. I just need to figure out how I'm going to make it. And everything's from scratch. The cookies are all from scratch. The templates are all from scratch. The icing is all from scratch. I'm excited for the project. All right. Part of me wants to make the clouds and just try it, but at the same time, I know it's going to really creamify my background. And I think I should just leave it the way it is. Oh no, there's a fiber on my bed. Sometimes brushes lose the fibers. There we go. I don't want it to be immortalized for my people. I'm guessing Tigger will either be Bane or Deadshot. Sinister. Alright, guys. Thank you again so much for being on this painting journey with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream and you like the way things are going. I hope you enjoy it. I like the way it's turning out. Just a little detail. It's amazing what it does for our creation. And I'm not quite sure yet when I will be back to streaming. Maybe Saturday night. And we'll see what happens. I probably will start on Tigger. Maybe. I probably will start on Tigger on Saturday night. So stick around. Again, if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss out. Ring the notification bell so you get notified, of course. And again, if you're always looking for ways to support the channel, buy me a brush. Find some in the description box below. But more than important, just leave me a like. And again, so much thank you for being here. And enjoy. I'll catch you later. Have a great rest of the evening. And of course, a fantastic weekend. And I really appreciate you all. Wish you all the best. Good night, everybody.